Mandy said that marriage is for broke, and that is a very bold statement to make, and she's entitled to her opinion.
One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is gonna be my hot take. And no shade to either.
We're only 3 minutes in.
I know. I think marriage is for broke bitches. Oh. And so I think a woman who wants to be married is leaning more into the patriarchy and wants to be essentially, possibly taken care of, have their man as the leader. All of the ideals for me of what marriage looks like is that. So
So I honestly watched this podcast. I've been watching it ever since it was rebranded a different name. So I may not publicly give my takes or my spills or anything because I'm afraid of backlash. Not that I'm afraid of it. I don't have the mental capacity to be able to deal with that because I cuss your ass out. I'm not here to make someone feel one way or another. So I try to stay away from commentary or providing my takes or my opinion on anything. But this one, I was moved and I wanted to kind of just collaborate with you guys and see where you're feeling or what you're feeling about it. So, for starters, first and foremost, let me just preface this by saying all of these are my opinions, my takes on everything. Everything is allegedly. I am not wanting to pass judgment on anybody. I am no guru. So, I don't think that there's a right or wrong to any of these very sensitive topics. But I do have an opinion on it. And I know other people will feel this way. So, it's just always nice to be able to talk about it and then maybe have a discussion or a debate, but we won't be mean. So Mandy said that marriage is for broke bitches, and that is a very bold statement to make, and she's entitled to her opinion. But before anybody gets in the comments, let me be clear. If you don't want to get married, then that is your choice. If you don't want to have children, then that is your choice. I'm not here to tell another grown adult how to live. What I am interested in is the thinking, the thought process behind statements like that. Because when I hear someone say marriage is for broke women, I have questions. First and foremost, like, have we really reduced marriage to a financial transaction? Is that the only value marriage provides nowadays? And that's paying someone's bills. Because if that's true, then why do wealthy people still get married? If marriage only existed because someone needed financial support, you'd expect successful people to abandon it altogether. But they don't. There are many couples who are both very well off. Maybe they have decided to have kids, maybe they haven't decided to have kids, but they decided to continue and embark upon this journey called life together as a unit and be recognized as that unit by law. Marriage can't only be about money. It's not only about money. It's maybe it's about commitment. Maybe it's about partnership. Maybe it's about building a life with someone, which my personal opinion, again, here, I think it is a human's innate desire to want to be domesticated with someone. Nowadays, people want to be domesticated with multiple people, and that's fine, but it still answers the fact that a human being wants another human being. They want to coexist with someone else, and hopefully, someone else that identifies with them, that resonates with them, and that are the yin to their yang. Or maybe it's something different entirely. That I don't know. I don't know. I don't live that life. So I do live a life where I am I live a life of monogamy. I am the mother of three children. So with that, let's segue into children. Because Mandy has also made it very clear that she doesn't want kids. She doesn't desire motherhood in any way, shape, or form. And again, that's her decision. But whenever someone has a strong opinion about something as life changing as marriage or parenthood, I wonder where the belief comes from. Like, is it based on what they experienced growing up? Maybe past relationships. We as women, we can definitely be a little scorned, contrary to popular admission. Obviously, she has career ambitions that she probably feels that having a family would stifle. There is a certain level of freedom that comes with not having a family or not having children. Maybe there's a fear of repeating cycles. Like, who knows what she went through, and maybe she's afraid of possibly providing the same experience to her offspring in life. Maybe it's a desire to protect peace. You know, when you are a parent, there's a certain level of peace that you have to go out to obtain. Let's just call it what it is. Peace be still, but peace not be in this home right now, okay? I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend that I do. But what I do know, well, at least what I do believe, is that our biggest life decisions usually have stories behind them that are deeper than a 30-second clip or podcast soundbite. And then here's what I think we've lost as a society. We've become so committed to defending our current lifestyles that we rarely leave room for the possibility that we'll change. So this is maybe how she feels now. Honestly, she's felt like this for a while, but that's not to say that's not going to change in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. I tell my kids all the time, this is all of our first time living here. So while we can receive advice and tidbits from those above us, before us, it's still everyone's first time living here. This is their first time living in a modernized society. This is our first time living here. We haven't lived in whatever society is going to look like at 70 years old. We don't know what that looks like. We don't know if we would be faced with a circumstance to where you would have no choice but to desire another human being, have no other thought than to have a companion with you. None of us knows what loneliness is, companionship, purpose, or fulfillment. We don't know what that looked like decades from now. So to make such a life-changing decision now, it's bold. It's bold. I can say right now, like, who I was at 25 is definitely not who I am today. I don't even know that lady anymore. She's still in me though. I take care of her. She good. But totally different. And with that same train of thought, I have to believe the person that I'll be at 50, 60, 70 will think differently than the person who's sitting here talking to you right now. So I don't think that the conversation should be, should women get married or should women have children? I think the better question is, are we making lifelong decisions based only on who we are today or what society is teaching us about today? Or are we leaving room for the person that will be tomorrow? And I got one last thing. I don't think that having money eliminates the value of marriage. I don't think that at all. I think it eliminates the need for financial dependence. And those are two entirely different things. So when someone says marriage is for broke women, I don't hear empowerment, honestly. I hear a definition of marriage that's much smaller than what it has represented for generations. 4 years, girl, you trying to change something that don't need to be changed. Just do you. And hopefully you come across people like myself, because I'm gonna let you do you. But let's not present it as if it's something that it's not. But again, maybe I'm wrong. And maybe she's right. But we don't know, because this is all our first times being here. So that's why I'm opening up the conversation instead of just giving my tape and closing it. So over here in the misfit corner, you already know I want to know, What y'all think about this?
Tell me who the best. Yep, I'm in the lead. Compromise, excuse me while I intercede. Now your highness present, you could bend a knee. Highness on 100 like a centipede. Not these sorry bitches, are you kidding me? Shouldn't call you bitches, my apologies. You want this one, I want all of these. Why you playing, baby? We can all just leave. Can you count them, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I ain't answering to no one, I ain't getting no reception. Want me spitting in the mic